my name is Biz Magarity, bringing you another class in the Navi Yoga Center distance self-learning program. Those of you that know me know I am a people person. I'm an in-person people person. So when you're coming to my class, I really like to be able to see and sense what's going on in the room, and that's how I adjust my program. Unfortunately, that might not be the case in the near-distant future as we deal with the growing COVID-19 epidemic. We all have to make adjustments. This is mine. If my 10 and 12-year-old could manage distance learning online today for the first time, I can manage it with you. So just be patient. Try to get as much as you can out of this yoga class in your home, outside, wherever you are right now. Today's class in particular is going to be about kind of finding strength and finding calmness in your practice. So as we go through the parts of the practice that are more challenging, as I'm making you hold a pose that requires a lot of strength, notice if you get frustrated. Notice if you're waiting for the next step, and try to be in the moment, take some breaths, and see what you can learn about yourself. You know, yoga is a practice of self-study and self-learning. So if you're by yourself, pay attention to yourself. We're gonna start with a breathing exercise, and I have some blocks set up here because I'm gonna start in a heart bench. If you don't have blocks, take like 2 big juicy beach towels and roll them up so that the blanket or the towels can go between your shoulder blades. If you've got blocks, you're gonna put one kind of on the medium height right in between your shoulder blades, one in the tall height underneath the base of your head. Like this. Shoulder blades here, tall block right underneath the base of my head. So you see that my neck is kind of long and not really scrunched up. Arms by your side. Legs can be long. If it feels more comfortable to do feet together, knees apart, go ahead and do that. The idea is we're trying to create an open space in our torso in which to breathe. And we're gonna do a 2-part inhale and a 1-part exhale. So put your left hand on your belly and your right hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in and inhale. Feel like that breath goes all the way down to your left hand, to the belly. And then stop. And then inhale, continue that same breath and feel like you could fill all the way up to your chest. And then you'll hold. And then you'll exhale all the way out. We'll do this a couple times together. Just a regular breath in between each of these. So everybody take a full breath in. Exhale, let that breath all the way out. Inhale the breath down into the belly. Hold. Same inhale into the chest. Hold. Exhale the breath all the way out. Regular breath in between. Inhale fully and deeply. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, breath into the belly. Feel the belly expand. Inhale, breath into chest. Exhale the breath all the way out. Regular breath here. Inhale, full deep breath in. Exhale the breath all the way out. Inhale to the belly. Feel it expand. Hold. Inhale, chest. Hold. Exhale the breath all the way out. Inhale fully and deeply. Exhale all the way. We'll do a few more rounds. You can keep your hands here or drop them to the floor. Inhale to the belly. Hold. Inhale to the chest. Hold. Exhale all the way out. Full deep breath in. Exhale it out. One more together. Inhale to the belly. Hold. Inhale to the chest. Hold. Exhale all the way out. You can continue a few more rounds of these at your own breath pace, or just get into a nice even rhythm of breath. As you start to take your attention away from the breath a little bit. Notice what you feel in the body. How do those blocks feel? If it's too intense and distracting, take them away. Just lie down on your back. If you want to change your leg position to something a little more comfortable, go for that. We're spending just a few more moments with ourselves, settling into our bodies before we begin our practice. If you want one extra shoulder stretch, maybe take your arms overhead, grab hold of opposite elbows. Breathe really big into the side of the rib cage. Feel like they open up on that inhale and they relax on the exhale. Open up. Inhale. Relax, exhale. If you've got your arms over your head, switch the lineup of your forearms so the opposite forearm is on the top. Sometimes that gives a pretty significantly different feeling. So just observe and breathe. And we're going to release our arms by our sides. Roll off to one side. Come off the blocks or off the blanket if you were using them. And just come up to sit. A nice easy posture. A few more moments, eyes closed. Notice how your body feels when you shift out of that position. And then from here, we're going to extend our legs long out in front of us. I'm kind of scooching forward so that I can really feel the bottom of my pelvis grounding onto the floor. If your hamstrings are really tight, go ahead and sit on something, a blanket or one of those blocks. If you are noticing how dirty the bottom of my feet are, I spent the day cleaning this studio for when people do come. We're just going to go with it. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Feel really strong. Think about drawing your front rib down, your belly button in toward your spine as you lengthen the spine. Notice if your shoulders are up by the ears, drop them down and press through the heels of your own dirty feet. Feel how much work that takes in the legs. And I want you to notice that left and right foot are even right now. Keep them even, get taller. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. The left hand comes forward, the right hand comes behind you. That right foot is not allowed to sneak back. Keep pushing it forward so it stays in line with the left foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, see if you've got a little bit more room to twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. One more. Big deep breath. Exhale, come back to face front. Sweep the arms up, inhale, get strong here. Think of this like a mountain pose, really tall, but not jerking into any of our joints. Feel the muscles around the arms and around the legs just contract, kind of hold your skeleton in place. Inhale here, we're gonna twist, exhale to the left. Check out that left foot, make sure it doesn't sneak back. It's right in line with the right. Lengthen your spine. Drop your shoulders down, twist. We're here for a couple breaths. Each inhale you lengthen. Each exhale you see if there's a little more space in the twist. Don't lose that foot. Big deep breath in here. Exhale, come back to face front. Let's lean back onto our hands. Bend your knees, bring your feet about hips width distance apart and just start to windshield wiper them side to side. Noticing sensation in the hips. Maybe noticing the feel of your body weight rolling over those muscles around the hips and around the pelvis. Almost feel like you're doing a little gentle foam roll. Good, the next time we drop our knees to the right, we're gonna kind of stay here. Think left knee into that right heel. Inhale, extend your spine up like you're waving to someone, and then they don't see you. You're gonna turn around because you're a little bit embarrassed that you've been waving at no one. Press your hands into the ground. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your chest. Exhale, return to center. If you know me, you've already heard that joke about 20 times. Let's go to the other side. Knees left, put weight on your left hand. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Extend the spine, lift out of the hips, and then turn as far around as you can. Press your hands into the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come back to center. Good. From here, we're going to shift up to kind of standing on our knees, like a high kneel. And we're going to come into a gate pose. So I'm extending my left leg out long. Left foot is anchoring on the floor. If your right knee is tender, pad up a little bit. Notice that my hips are kind of lining up right under my shoulders. And then this right knee is right underneath the hip. Keep it that way. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Get tall, just like we did before. Exhale, we're going to drop left hand down, reach right arm overhead. Notice if you kind of roll forward, I want you to keep that right shoulder rolling back in space. Lift your chest. Breathe here, gate pose. Inhale. Exhale, maybe you've got a little bit further to go. Breathe in. Exhale, relax. We're going to keep that line up of our hips and our knee and just walk your hands forward. Think downward dog upper body and just bring your forehead towards the floor. If you've got a lot of mobility in your spine, you might be able to get your chest to the floor. Keep pressing into that left foot. Inhale here. And then we're going to exhale, walk our hands over to the right. I'm going to put my right hand down, right in line with my knee, lift my left hand up. Kind of like a little plank. Feel free to do this on a block. Take that top hand, reach it as far away from you as you can. Really long from that left heel through those left fingertips. Breathe in here. Exhale, bring your hand up. We're going to lift that left foot off the ground. Press through that left heel. Right side of the pelvis might want to sneak back. I want you to push it forward. Open up your chest. You want to go for a little quad stretch? Maybe you bend that left knee and see if you can catch it. Big deep breath in here. We're going to come back to the kneel. You can just move there, or with control, draw your belly button towards your spine, hug that knee in gracefully, boop, put that knee back on the floor. Let's go to the other side. Again, if you use the block, move it over. So extend your right leg out long. I'm dropping my right hip down. So my hips are in line with my shoulders and everything's stacked over this left leg, or left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lean. I'm just dropping this right arm down and then extending through my left side. Good, notice if that shoulder rolls forward, roll it back. Lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Breathe here. One more. And then exhale, we're going to bring our hands towards the floor, walk them out in front. Think downward dog, upper body. Tailbone is going back, chest is dropping towards the floor. I'm trying to put weight all the way across my fingers, but the outer edges of my arm, kind of the outer armpit rolls towards the floor. Breathe here. And then go ahead, walk your hands over to the left. Left palm down, right hand lifts up. Again, feel free to block out under this left hand. Reach right arm as far as you can. Right thumb pulls back, open up the chest. This is the stretch part. Then maybe we take that right arm up, lift the right leg, press through that right heel. You're keeping the left front hip moving forward. This is usually where my muscles on the outside of that left hip like to cramp up a little. If you want to try for the quad stretch, reach that knee back. It's kind of like a short sugarcane pose. Inhale here. We're coming back to kneel. Your choice how you do it. With control. Boop, 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 boop. Put that knee down. Great. Back to the first side. Arms come up. Left hand lifts up. Big deep breath in here. Exhale. Go ahead. Walk your hands forward. Stay up on your fingertips. Press your fingertips into the ground. Drop your chest towards the ground. Lift your tailbone back. The more you push into that left foot, the more you're going to feel stretch through the left inner thigh. We're going to walk our hands back over to the side. Right hand down, left hand up. Big deep breath in here. This time, let's move that shoulder. Exhale, big sweep, like you're doing a giant air guitar. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, sweep it down. Take it up. Sweep it down. Good, we're gonna keep it up. We're gonna go into a plank. Maybe. You could stay in that kickstand, or you could come into a plank. Lift the arm up. Do you wanna lift that top leg? Press through that heel. Big deep breath in. Somehow or another, we have to get back to kneeling. Everybody's got that? We're gonna bring the left foot down. Take that right knee back. Left foot's going back up. Catch your ankle. Coming up to stand. Perfect. Other side, last time. Right leg's going out. Drop that right hip down, get tall. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, side bend. Gate pose, breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Walk them forward. Stay up on your fingertips so you're a little taller this time. Chest down, tailbone backing up. Triceps, outer armpits, swim towards the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, we're walking our hands over to the left. Left hand down, right hand up. Take that reach. Big deep breath in here. And then go ahead and come back up. We're taking, possibly, left leg long into a plank. And if you've got the plank, or if you still have your left knee down, you're thinking about lifting that right leg. Don't let your hips drop. Don't feel free to fall over. Keep your hips lifting up. We're gonna go back to the starting point. Left knee's coming down. Right leg's coming back up. See if you can catch your foot. Come on up to stand. Great. Go ahead and turn yourself sideways on your mat. Come into a downward dog. Curl your toes, lift your hips. Soft little bend in the knees. Think about lifting your tailbone up. Extend through the arms, extend through the spine. From here, we're gonna inhale, come forward to a high plank with the top side of a push-up. Press your heels back. Get as long as you can. Breathe in here. Exhale, come all the way to the ground. Uncurl the toes, bring your forehead to the mat. Slide your hands back so your fingertips line up with your bottom ribs. Draw your shoulders back. Draw your elbows towards one another. Inhale, come up, baby cobra. Exhale, put yourself back down on the ground. Push your hands down into the floor. Inhale, heart, then head, baby cobra. Exhale, come back down. Last one, inhale, heart, then head, baby cobra. Exhale, we're pressing back down, we're facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot up behind you. Exhale, we're gonna hug that right knee to the nose, round the spine. Bring that foot forward between the hands. Come on up into a high lunge. So, left hip's pulling forward, right hip's pulling back. Hands are on your hips, or hands can be overhead, your choice. But I want you to feel where your pelvis is in space. We're gonna draw the shoulders back. On an exhale, we're gonna take that left knee to the ground. And then you're gonna inhale, come up. And then you're gonna go back down. And then you're gonna come back up. I'm not just being indecisive. I'm making you work on a hip stretch through this front quad and some work through the back of that left leg. One more time, drop down. Come on up. Press that back heel back in space. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring them behind your back. Interlace your fingers, knuckles back, chest up. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, I want you to lean forward. We've already done a lot of plank type shapes. Feel that. Back heel, hip, shoulder are pretty much in alignment. I'm not swooping, I'm not lunging. It's like a straight line, it's a plank. That plank, boop, going up to warrior three. Press the left heel back, drop the left hip down, extend the spine. Be really strong here. Inhale. Exhale, land on the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Breath in. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go down. Big, deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Inhale. Exhale, come on up to stand. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn those right toes to face the same direction. Forward fold. Just bring your hands to the ground, or maybe hold onto your ankles. We're taking a few slow, deep breaths here, mostly for me to catch my breath. Then we're gonna walk to the other side of the mat and come right up to our lunge. Left leg forward, right hip back. Pull the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Belly towards the spine. Your choice if your arms are up or if they're feeling where your hips are. We're gonna exhale, take a little dip down. Inhale, come up. As you dip, don't lose that beautiful alignment that you just had in your hips. Don't let your low back really arch. Keep working in that leg. I don't remember how many we did on the other side. Let's just say one more. Come up. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, bring them back behind the back. Interlace your fingers, lift your chest. Exhale, we're gonna lean forward, and again, find that plank. Heel, hips, shoulders. It's like a straight line. It's gonna stay a straight line as you shift your weight forward, or possibly to the side, as I'm doing right now, and find a balance point on your left leg. Warrior three. Spine long, shoulders back, press through your heels. Big deep breath in here. Keep holding the pose as you exhale. As you inhale, exhale, go ahead, float back. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, warrior two. We're going to triangle. Straighten that front leg, lean forward, come down, breathe. Inhale here. This time we're exhale, just bring that front hand, or top hand to the floor, step back, high plank. Your choice. You're either going all the way to the ground and coming up into a small cobra, or going halfway down. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right foot up behind you. Exhale, step it all the way up to the top. Find a lunge again. Right hip pulls back in space, left hip pulls forward. Just put the right hand on the right thigh. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, lift your left arm up. And exhale, we're gonna twist left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Prayer hands. See how much you can rotate the upper body, keep that back leg strong. You can hang out here, or you can find a little balance in this pose. Look down for balance, shift forward, float that left leg up behind you. Lift the left heel up strong. Go ahead, put that foot on the ground, straighten the front leg. We're coming into a pyramid pose. Back heel's on the ground. Again, feel free to grab a block or blocks if the floor seems far away. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Chest is open, collarbones are wide. That left hand is either on the block or grabbing the outside of your right leg as you twist. Revolve triangle. Pull your right hip back in space. Extend your spine. Big deep breath in here. Exhale, unwind. One more warrior three. From here, soft little bend in this front knee. You can use fingertips to come forward, lift that back leg. Lift your hands, extend your spine. How long can you get heel to heart without letting that left leg fly up or losing your balance? Back, back to lunge. Big deep breath in here. We're just gonna transition and go all the way over to the other side. Come up to stand. Spin your toes. Left knee forward. We're coming up into a lunge. Draw your shoulders back. Good. Make sure you've got a little space left to right between your feet, especially if you feel wobbly. We're gonna do left hand on the floor. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Get really tall here. Take all that space in the twist so you can catch your nape, or so you can fall over. Catch your nape, prayer hands. Chest lifts into the thumbs. Stay here, or go for that balance challenge of lifting the back foot. One side always feels a lot more accessible than the other. Breathe. Put those toes to the floor. Good, bring your fingertips to the floor. You might need to shift your feet a little. Again, if you want to block, feel free to grab one. Left hip pulls back in space. Chest reaches forward. Pyramid pose. Collarbones are wide. Let's go for the twist. Right hand under the shoulder or cross it to the outside of the left leg. Pull that left hip back. Reach your hands to the sky. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. One more of those warrior threes. You're going to bring your hands to the floor. Soft little bend in that left knee. Lift the right heel. Really strong leg. Push into the left leg. Come up, balance. Heel presses back, chest reaches forward. Inhale here. This time we're going to exhale. Bring our foot to the floor. Come up to stand. Mountain pose. Lift your arms up over your head. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Take a pause. Breathe. Think about that idea of your steadiness, of your strength in chaos. I just threw a bunch of balance poses at you. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Hands are on the shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine, chest forward, tailbone back. We're going to bring the hands to the floor. Exhale, step back, high plank. Big deep breath in here. Exhale, low plank. I lied. We're going all the way to the floor. Bring your fingertips to line up with your bottom ribs. Draw the shoulders back. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, come to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. If you've got space, maybe it's a full cobra. Be careful about low back. Stay long. Bring your chest forward, elbows back. Come to the ground, exhale. Draw the elbows back, draw the shoulders back, push into the floor. If you're going upward dog, push into those feet. Lift the lower legs off the floor, lift the chest. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot up. Exhale, we're going to step that right foot all the way forward between the hands. And then heel toe that right foot out to the side. So now my hands are inside the foot. Again, you can use a block or two blocks if you'd like for this. Just coming into a lizard lunge. We've got lots of options. You can try to go lower. Elbows on the ground. Elbows on blocks if the ground seems far away. I like to do back knee down and then get up tall so I get a nice big stretch through this right hip flexor. See what feels good in your body. If anybody's got that knee down and wants to try to grab your foot, left hand is on the floor of the block, right hand grabs the foot. Again, this might be low or it might be high. Just make sure it's with control, that you're not overly reaching for that foot and losing balance. Inhale here. Exhale, go ahead and release that foot to the floor. Shift back, downward dog. We're just going to go right to the other side. Left foot lifts, inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way forward. Once it's forward, I'm going to heel toe that foot out to the side, coming into my lizard lunge, and then making my decisions. Up high, down low. On a block. My hips like the knee down, spine extended long. And then if you went for that extra quad stretch, pick up the back foot, see what you can find. Make sure your hamstring isn't cramping on you. Hips forward, chest up. Breathe. Okay, we're gonna put that foot down. We're gonna bring our hands to the ground and just step back. Come to hands and knees. Maybe give the hips a little movement from side to side. If your body's craving one more of those vinyasas, the high plank to low, Upward dog, downward dog, take that. Mine is craving a child's pose, so I'm taking that. We're gonna take 3 breaths here. Okay. You're gonna find a block. If you don't have a block, grab a couch cushion, a soccer ball. It'll be very hard with a soccer ball. Anything that you can fit between your ankles and hold on to. Something really heavy is gonna make this exercise very hard, so I would go for something about the weight of a yoga block. So all I want you to do is think about, a lot of times when we do things with our legs, our back muscles overly engaged. So I just want you to put your head down and see if you can do a couple little hamstring curls, holding onto this block without moving your upper body. If you're really tight in the quads or the hip flexors, you might find that your butt's kind of lifting up to the block. You don't want that. Think about drawing your tailbone towards the spine, using your glutes for a little stability, and then just trying to activate your hamstrings and your adductors to hold this block and move it up and down. All right, and if you've passed that, if you feel like you've got that moved down, then you're gonna try with straight legs. Remember, your shoulders, your back muscles are not helping. You might use your transverse abdominis a little bit. Feel like you're hugging the 2 front sides of your pelvis together, those 2 hip creases together. You're gonna use your glutes and your hamstrings, and you're gonna try to lift a straight block off the floor. If you feel like your back is working a lot, try to go out, like long, more than high. Long, take those out. Upper body's relaxed. And then if you've mastered this and your legs are off the ground, try your little hamstring curl here. And if you're thinking, I am really good at this yoga stuff, I've got my thighs off the ground, I'm doing the hamstring curls, my back is relaxed, then you can engage those back muscles and see if you can catch your ankles without dropping the block. Welcome to the hardest way to get into bow pose. Breathe here. And then go ahead and put yourself on the ground. Take that block out of the way. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your feet from side to side. And then go ahead and roll over. We're gonna come up to sit. Nice long legs, extending on the mat. Bend your left knee. If it feels okay in your hips, you're gonna cross that left knee over, sit up really tall, twist into the left side. Feel like this left hip is dropping towards the ground and the spine is extending up, so we get a nice big stretch through here. Then we'll try the other side. Unroll. Right leg comes in, cross it over, extend the spine, twist. Remember in twists, as you inhale, you can sit up a little taller, or you can lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, we create some room to twist deeper. In that exhale, we kind of use some of the abdominal muscles. We kind of pull the belly out of the way, and it gives us more space to twist. Breathe in here. And then exhale, come back to center. We're gonna bring our feet on the floor, about hips width distance apart. Let's cross right ankle over left knee and then sit up tall. The more I extend the spine, the more I feel this on the outside of my right hip. Lift your chest. Collarbones are wide. Depending on your hips, feet close, that left foot closer, possibly even that left foot further away, is going to translate into a different kind of stretch on the right hip. So play with that. See what works in your body. And then we'll do the other side. Right foot down, left leg comes up. Left knee is drawn away from you as you extend the spine. Collarbones are wide. Your choice where that foot goes. Good, notice what you feel. All right, uncross the legs. We're gonna shift forward a little bit so we've got room on this mat. And I want you to keep your hips on the ground and try to figure out what neutral is for your low spine. So we're not overly arched, you can't fit your whole hand under your low back. You're also not smashing your back into the ground. There's a middle ground where your spine naturally wants to rest. Find that. Then think about closing the front of the pelvis with those transverse abdominis. We're going to bring one foot, then the other off the ground. Bring your arms out to the side. Actually, I like a little goalpost arm, but just see what works in your body. Hug the knees together. Take a breath in. Drop those knees over to the left as you exhale. Inhale, bring them up to center. Exhale, drop them right. Inhale, bring them up to center. You're going back and forth with your breath, trying to hold that 90-degree angle at the hips and the knees as you rotate the lower part of the spine. Can you keep your shoulders on the ground? You might have to adjust your arm position. If you feel like this is a lot of work in your low back and a lot of work in your hip flexors, adjust rather, the position of your knees just a little bit. And maybe don't go all the way to the floor. But you want to feel, as you pull back to center, that those low abdominals and those obliques are doing a lot of work from the outer hip crest right into the center of the pelvis. We'll do one more. Dropping to the right is where we finish. Then bring your knees all the way back through center. Drop your knees to the left. Left hand's going to hug the outside of the right knee. Right arm extends long from the shoulder. It might even feel good to look at your right arm. Big breaths into those right ribs. And then we're going to come back to center. Drop both legs over to the right. Right hand comes across the top of that leg. Turn your face, look left. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead towards your knees. And find a little rock on your spine. Front to back. Maybe we rock up. And we find a moment and we pause in a boat pose. Spine is long. Knees hug together. Belly lifts. Chest is open. Collarbones are wide. If you want straight legs, go for straight legs. And hug those knees in, still balancing. Shoulders roll back. Extend the spine towards the sky. Just breathe here. You can even close your eyes for a moment. Kind of notice which of the muscles are still quivering a bit. Maybe you just stay here in this hold. Maybe take one more boat. Shoulders back, chest lifts. 5 slow, deep breaths. Cross the opposite ankle on top, hug those knees in, get tall here. And then come to a sit, a nice comfortable cross-legged posture. Feel free to grab a blanket or a block, and just bring your hands down. Palms down is going to have a little bit more of a grounding quality. And imagine that there's an extension kind of from the crown of the head up to the sky. Close your eyes and just be with yourself. Notice what you feel. Observe the thoughts in your mind. Try not to explain them. Don't get upset with yourself if one comes up that you don't like. But pretend, you're on the computer of the online learning and you're just kind of watching somebody else's presentation. What's coming across the screen, and just look at it. Let the next thing come across. You don't have to delete. You don't have to analyze. You just have to watch. And after you've done this for a few minutes, lie down, take your final rest. Don't cheat yourself. Spend some time. Breathe there, lie there, and then face whatever else is coming after that. Namaste.